Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. The leadership style of the INFJ is different from that of the more commanding types, directing their people quietly yet forcefully. INFJs always strive for and support the highest and best use of human potential. They genuinely care about other people whether or not the people are happy with their jobs. Demanding of themselves, they lead by example, never asking someone to stretch any further than they would themselves. When they are in a position to lead people in a cause, they are inspirational and know how to bring the best out of those who share their values. They are less effective in keeping people churning out routine, detailed work. INFJs often lead by becoming advocates of ideas or causes. They work toward their ideal quietly, working hard to gain the cooperation of others rather than demanding it. Able to inspire and motivate people with their ideals, they work with steady determination to make their insights real and to reach long-range goals for themselves, others, and the organization. They are also excellent team facilitators and can focus on both people and new ideas during meetings. As managers, INFJs tend to be interested in both people and productivity. They believe in personal development for their employees and are skilled at helping them realize their goals, as well as actualizing their own. Because of their empathetic capacity, they take great pride and enjoy a type of vicarious pleasure in their subordinates' accomplishments, almost as though these accomplishments were their own. They are at their best in situations where, together with their subordinates, they have the opportunity to excel and develop both personally and professionally. Today, let's talk about INFJ leadership and how INFJ handles managing others. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. While leadership roles are important, not everyone is suited to these positions. Some people are meant to lead, while others prefer to follow or even just remain on their own. For some people, it isn't that they would make for bad leaders. They don't feel comfortable or happy in these types of positions. It takes a specific type of person to fit well into leadership roles, as well as enjoy them. Being a leader isn't made for everyone, which isn't at all a bad thing. For some people, it just doesn't feel right having to command others and be the one to keep them all organized and focused. INFJs are not often considered to be leaders, but that is a bit of a misconception. They can be seen as the quiet dreamers, the ones who keep to themselves and don't like being in the spotlight. While this is true, there are many other layers to the INFJ personality, which makes them far more complex than just this. They are capable of so many things which often surprise those around them and cause the INFJ to be great at rising to the occasion. When they are in situations where they need to adapt and learn how to become better at something, INFJs are incredibly skilled at this. This is something that makes them good at fitting into roles that might not appear to be right for them from an outside view. INFJ leaders. INFJs are naturally in tune with the emotions and needs of others, which is a skill that can be very useful in leadership roles. While most INFJs might not choose or desire these positions, they can be quite good at them. They can often tell when someone needs more instruction or when that person does need to be put in their place. At the same time, INFJs know when someone just needs a little space to get something done. And so, they realize when they shouldn't be micromanaging. They can read the emotions of those around them very well, which makes them excellent at knowing when to push harder and when to back off. This is a natural ability that helps the INFJ understand the people around them and work well as their leader. This is why so many leadership roles are filled by INFJs. People just don't necessarily recognize this. The INFJ can charm the group and coerce them in a certain direction without being harsh or demanding. They do this in a rather subtle manner, which makes the process much smoother, and people feel more willing to cooperate. People don't feel like they are being controlled by the INFJ. Instead, they feel understood and appreciated by them as leaders. While INFJs are good in these roles, it can also take a toll on them at times. Constantly having to focus on keeping things organized and interacting with people can be a bit draining. INFJs do love being around people and want to connect with them, but at the same time, they are introverts who need a lot of time to themselves. They might not get enough of this time to themselves that they so desperately need, especially when they are in leadership roles where they need to constantly be interacting with those around them. INFJs also don't normally enjoy having to command those around them and be someone who instructs them in a certain direction. This can be a complicated role for the INFJ since they are both rewarded and sometimes exhausted by it. For the INFJ, the leadership role is often something they are pushed into or have to take on because no one is filling this position. INFJs will do so out of responsibility and caring, but at the same time, it isn't necessarily something they would aspire to in a normal circumstance. There are, however, some INFJs who see themselves as leaders and will use their natural charm and wit as a means of getting there. This can sometimes be for good reasons, while for the less healthy INFJ, it might be a desire for self-confidence and control. They might use this as a means of reassuring themselves and building on their sense of arrogance. For the healthy INFJs, this is an entirely different story. They often want to fill these roles to make a difference in the world. Most INFJs feel this innate need to become something or help the world and make an impact. This desire to do something greater than themselves can be a major reason for the INFJ to want to find leadership roles to fill. INFJ as followers. INFJs are not necessarily comfortable being followers, at least not in a blind manner. They might challenge authority and feel uneasy just listening to what someone says because they are in charge. The INFJ wants to use their minds to make choices and come to conclusions about what they should do. When someone in a leadership role is commanding and ordering those around them, the INFJ instinctively wants to question this. They want to at least be sure this person should be listened to before deciding to blindly follow their instructions. This can cause the INFJ to appear unruly at times, especially as children. They are independent thinkers who don't feel they should be forced to follow someone who does not have their best interests at heart. INFJs become especially frustrated with leaders who they believe to be immoral and untrustworthy. When they get a strong sense that this person is not caring or sincere, the INFJ becomes almost angry at the injustice of the situation. Being forced to follow a leader who is not real and honest is not something the INFJ is happy accepting with a smile. This is something that can cause the INFJ to feel rather forlorn with the state of the world and is often why they choose to distance themselves. That is it from us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, make sure to scribble them in the comment box below. Subscribe to the Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. See you in the next video.